movie note song. A Beautiful Mind, 2001 film, 9 January 2025 viewing. So today is Friday, 10 January 2025, and I viewed this yesterday. Not Thursday, 9 January 2025. And for this viewing, I decided to emphasize the Nobel Prize aspect of the film, which is actually included in the film. So I'm trying to do that for, and I think I have one more after this. There were 4 movies I wanted to go back to and or do for. So there was Dance first, which was Nobel Prize in Literature, then Radium Girls, related to Nobel Prize in Chemistry. This is the Sveriges Riksbank Prize in Economic Sciences, which is also sometimes called the Nobel Prize in Economics. And then I have Nobel Prize in Physics related left after this. So it's 3 of 4 is what I'm trying to say. So for this viewing, the description I came up with is, it is a biographical film about the life and work of economist John F. Nash Jr., including game theory and his being awarded / accepting the 1994 Sveriges Riksbank Prize in Economic Sciences, also sometimes called the 1994 Nobel Prize in Economics. 1/3, approximately 33.33% of the prize, for his work in regards to equilibrium in certain types of games, and specifically non-cooperative games. And so there was, I think this movie was an attempt to kind of like contextualize his work with his own life story of like where the studying of like why non-cooperative games. And he's known a little bit for his imaginary people in his brain, and so you can think of it as like, well, but what if his brain's not cooperating? You know, like there's sometimes like what a person studies for them is very like based on their own life story and how they live their life, and it kind of exists like the topic might be like really straightforward for them, but for other people they're like, I don't get it. And so it's kind of like like, well, let's put that into perspective a little bit. And like there's a scene where he's like in his dorm room watching, you know, like actual like athletes, you know, like games and those kind of games, right? So then, but can that be applied to economics, you know, like that kind of thing, or other types of social interactions? Doesn't mean that people actually think of their life in terms of game theory, but it was it's what one man decided to like work on, and specifically so equilibrium in or I think what was the phrasing, equilibria in non-cooperative games or something like that, from the Nobel Prize. It's like the Nobel Committee. So you think of it as how is stability attained when things, you know, aren't doing what somebody wants, so to speak. And then I was like, for this viewing, what stood out? And I was like, at the dorm room scene where he pushes the desk out of the window. Or did that happen, you know, to kind of match the tone of the movie? As a life as a college student, I got blackout drunk and got married as a teenager when I was in college. So we all have our do we all have our quirks in college? I mean, you know, like it's like 4 peas in a pod. Maybe not for the same thing, but like it's like with some of the Nobel Prize winner movies, there's like the quirks that I go, it doesn't that or, you know, something analogous might be something I might do. And this came out, I was born in approximately 1993, so, you know, like when watching this movie, like coming out, I was just I was just kind of like, maybe not the imaginary people. Like, I wasn't even one for imaginary friends, so I was like, but I got other quirks. Don't worry about that. So there we go. So my movie notes on A Beautiful Mind, 2001 film, 9 January 2025 viewing.